Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Flame, and welcome everyone to Beatless episode 7. I told you guys in the last, review of this because we had a recap episode for episode 6, and I was just really frustrated. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were as well. And I told you guys that, for it to kind of step up, this episode here that I'm going to be talking about in the future Beatless had to be good. I'm going to say, watching this episode, it wasn't bad. But it's definitely not a hype episode after the recap, but it's still an enjoyable episode to watch. Between good and bad, I would have to say it was meh. And in this, we just got information today. Like, literally so much information from the show that you literally, I had to take notes while watching it. Like, I literally had to write notes or remember stuff after it happened, just because literally so much information was given to us of like what happened and like past episodes of Beatless that they were talking about here. It was just crazy. It was literally an information episode, and we learned quite a bit, so I'll talk to you guys in the review right here about it. At the start of the episode, we see the Electric Girl. There's 5 types. We literally see her for like a little bit, and then the opening pops up. We're definitely gonna get more of her because we haven't really seen a lot of her lately. We've seen Snowdrop, Coca, Lacia, and Girl Flash, and now we're seeing her as the final one. But we only see her at the little bit of the opening and a little bit after the credits ending of her, and we're probably gonna get her next episode because next preview it shows of like kind of who she is. She just wears like a black, hoodie. We can't really see her face. We can see her weapon that she uses and etc. So that's the only information that we got from her. But for today's episode, we learn of Girl Flash. We know her name, who her owner is, and kind of what she is doing. So at the start, I think I had to talk about this just because it was at the point of this episode, which is kind of the creations, the people that made the Lacia types are in a meeting, kind of talking about why these HIEs are doing havoc stuff, terrorized stuff. We've seen Snowdrop and Coca there talking about of them blowing up this building, of Snowdrop killing people in the helicopter to get to the building and everything. And it's a really big moment for this in the meeting that is really spiked my attention, and it concerns me about Lacia's character as well, because what they said in this is the reason why they are doing these terrorist acts is to survive in the human world, which is kind of outstanding. Like, literally they have to blow stuff up and get different technology to survive. If not, they will die. So it just concerns me with Lacia's character because she hasn't really been doing any of that stuff, and they're trying to figure out who their owners are there owners behind it. The only owners that we know right now is that Coca and Snowdrop don't have one. Well, Coca, we know that she doesn't. She wanted Kengo, but Kengo refused. We don't know about Snowdrop if she has one or not, but we do know that Lacia is with Arato right now. And Girl Flash, which we see from her character and see who her owner is. Her name is Methode. I'm hopefully I'm saying that right. Methode. So we get our character's name, which is cool. And her owner is Mr. Wataori, if I'm saying that correctly. Mr. Wataori. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but he was one of the guys that built the HIEs. He was one of the guys that developed the 5 types, and that's her owner. That's her owner right there. But we know towards the end of the episode. I know I'm going to the end of the episode already, but I just want to talk about this because Methode has different owners. She is very different from the other types, so it's not just one owner. If you have multiple owners from an HIE, then you just won't work. Like, it won't function. But Methode actually has this ability to have multiple of them, and she was asking about that to Rio's sister. And what I said about Rio was these different owners is that Rio is actually an owner of her. She actually has Rio as an owner, Mr. Watori, and now she's even asking Rory's sister, which I'm pretty sure she's going to say yes or not, just looking at the preview of her giving like this tracking devices that she needs help and etc. like that. So it's really kind of complicated about it. I'm hoping that we do, like I said, get more information about it, of kind of why she does more of this. It's so confusing. This episode was just confusing, of so much important stuff to say, and it's hard to say it in this review right here. It's like, I want to do these, but you gotta kind of watch the episode to figure out of even what I'm talking about. And a big thing in this episode of kind of what started the chaos and what got these types out was Methode was actually the one that blew up the Tokyo facility, the research facility that we seen in episode 1 of, you know, Coca and Snowdrop and, you know, the other types escaping this place and kind of, you know, challenging the military right there. So it's an inside job, she said about it. Like, someone told her to do this and blow stuff up, which I'm not too sure if it's Mr. Watori. You know, he didn't really look sketchy. He kind of looked like, you know, a calm, cool guy. So I feel like it's more characters, because she did say that she had multiple owners, you know, as I guess her ability. Instead of just, you know, running really fast, it's one of these abilities. So I hope that we get to see, you know, more of her owners and kind of what, if they're shady people or not, or if they're the ones that, you know, kind of told her to blow up this research facility, of what's going on. This episode had me, you know, questioning as well, was, did we see Aruto's and his sister's dad? Like, did we see their dad in this episode? Which it kind of looked like Aruto. I'm not gonna lie, he had the personality of Aruto, but we didn't really get his name even in this. But I feel like in this episode we do see Aruto and his sister's dad, which is, I guess, pretty cool, because, you know, they're living by themselves with Lacia. You know, we have no idea if, I'm pretty sure their mother passed or maybe divorced. I'm not too sure. We haven't learned any information about Aruto's mom. But I'm thinking this episode we do get to see his dad right here. It does look like Aruto, so I'm just gonna go on a hunch or confirm that this is his dad, because, you know, he is actually part of this meeting, them actually building the types, and I guess Aruto's dad was the one, I guess, that took part of building Lacia, which is really, really big and really surprising. Which yeah, I guess it's gonna be kind of awkward when he comes home one day and he sees Lacia in his house and is like, oh my god, Aruto is the owner of Lacia. So I'm waiting for that moment. I'm hoping that I'm kind of right about it, but I feel like that's the right thing. It'd be kind of funny as well. It'd be kind of awkward. And another, I guess, kind of funny moment in this, and I kind of feel sad for Ryo's sister. I'm terrible at names. I'm just going to call her Ryo's sister because, you know, that's Aruto's friend. But, you know, she's starting to get that age where they're a really wealthy family, and I feel like this is kind of like a real life thing. I'm not too sure if this is real life or not, but they're like a really rich family, right? And usually when you're done high school, or even at the start of high school, you start to think of marriage already. And, you know, with this, it's like she's kind of being forced to marry someone rich, you know, marry a person her age, you know, if their dad or their family is a wealthy family or not. And she's looking through, like, I guess her iPad, that's what I'm going to call it, just because, or tablet, whatever, her iPad or tablet, like, searching for guys. And, you know, I kind of feel bad because I feel like this kind of relates to real life. If, you know, maybe some people are like this, of, you know, just being an innocent, you know, kid, or just going through high school and you're already thinking of marriage, you have the right person for you. And I feel like that's just way too fast and kind of forced upon her. So, you know, you kind of feel for her in this episode that, you know, just kind of let her be free, let her do her own thing, marry whatever guy that she's happy with. And in this, we do see that she does like Aruto, you know. She's looking through, you know, the photo album of Ryo actually being a different person than he was before. You know, he's kind of the guy, he's really changed as a character, you know. He was a guy that played the piano, he's a guy that did everything. And then suddenly after the incident, he changed into a different person, which I'm guessing that incident, if you remember a couple episodes back, Aruto, he was looking out a window, and the scientists were building these HIE and suddenly it exploded. Was Ryo with Aruto at that moment? Because I feel like the only thing or accident I could see is through that. I don't know if we're going to get like information of if it's a different accident or if it's that one. But just out of hunch, I'm going to guess it's that accident of the HIE blowing up and he was there with Aruto, and maybe he just changed like that and decided to, you know, hate HIEs or something. I don't know. I'm very confused. Back to kind of the relationship aspect, or kind of the emotions that Ryo's sister has for Aruto, is that she's always blushing. We haven't seen her character like this before. Her sister is always talking about him. You know, they're at this kind of hangout place and she's just talking back and forth. She's blushing about it, and we do see Aruto and Lacia together, as, you know, kind of usual. She's always talking about Aruto having, you know, deep connections to Lacia, him actually liking her like way more than an HIE. So it's definitely, I guess, kind of a back and forth thing we're gonna get in this anime, is that she really likes Aruto, but Aruto likes Lacia, and I don't know if Lacia likes him or not. So I don't know, it's very confusing. It's a back and forth information episode. With this, it was I'm glad that we got new content today. I'm glad that, you know, after that recap crap that we had, was this an episode that was really big and that just vanished the recap episode away? No. Was it enjoyable though? Yes, I do think it was. And it was, like I said, just a lot of information that we got. Just for me, you know, kind of taking notes back and forth. Deeper connections, we're going to go with Beatless. And I just feel like we get more and more stuff. And like with this episode here, it was really focusing on Methode's character. And we're going to see that in next episode here as well with her character and kind of what she is. Because I'm glad we're getting more of these backgrounds of the types and kind of what their owners here as well. You know, I definitely want to see Coca and Snowdrop's owner, see kind of what he or she is like, etc. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this. With this episode here today, guys, I think I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was, I would say, out of good, bad, and meh, it was just a little bit over meh. It was still, I guess, kind of good. It's an episode that maybe I'll go back to just to get ready for next, you know, Friday. You know, I am late on this, but for just next Friday's review, you know, I'll probably just watch it again. But it wasn't disappointing and it wasn't good. It was just in the middle. So I'm just hoping that maybe it gets better and better and better throughout the anime. You know, I'm still thinking about that recap episode. Just hopefully to never do anything like that again. You know, go into season 3 or season 2, however long you're gonna do this anime, that's the next time you should do a recap. You know, just don't ever do anything like that again. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Beatless. Much love, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.